Hi guys, it's me Azrael. Ever since the King of Fighters trailer dropped, I got really excited about what could possibly be in the game and how they're going to change the battling system. Because they said in the trailer they're going to have different types of character setups and such as that. And it just got me thinking, like, what are they actually going to do? And how are they going to change it exactly? And it also got me wondering about the characters themselves, like how many new characters there are going to be in the game, and as well as which characters are going to be returning and which one are they going to reintroduce into the series. So for this video, I'm going to be doing characters that I want to be reintroduced into the series, and 20 of them. So here we go. So first off, we're starting with Ash. I know some people don't really like Ash, but I personally like this character a lot because of its design, or his design, because it just has such a sick design. And in the games, although I can't perform these combos well, I'm more of a casual when it comes to King of Fighters. I do want to get better at the game, and Ash may be one of them. The thing is, I'm not good at charge motions and stuff like that, so he's really good for me to train. Anyways, what he does is he pretty much produces combos with projectiles that he can carry people across the screen, and just looks really sick. Usually his combos were really long in King of Fighters 13, and yeah. For our next character is a character I play in King of Fighters 2002 UM, which is another type of zoner or projectile user, or mainly projectile user, is Bao. Bao is a young girl who is primarily a zoner, and she has a lot of mix-ups when she comes to zoning. She has aerial fireballs that either can go straight in front of her or bounce straight up, go straight forward, go diagonal up, and ones that bounce. She also has moves that move her around the screen, which makes her bounce or go over enemies that are jumping or hits people on the ground, which is really fun once you actually see it in person, but it sounds kind of lame now. Going on to our next fighter, we have Bryan Battler. Bryan Battler is a really cool looking character, although I've never played any of the games. I believe he originated in King of Fighters 94. What he does is he's primarily, I could say, getting in your face type of character, but he's mixed with a grappler. He has like a lot of dashing across the screen moves, and his supers included that too. And I feel like he would translate really well into a 3D elemental, if that's going to be the type of game we're getting. Next character is another character I love from King of Fighters 2002 UM. It's Chris. Chris is a lot of what's it called? She's almost like a psychic in the game, and also has a lot of like almost like dance moves in the game, which is really cool because she has like a lot of mix-ups. She can go like high overhead and high low and just stuff like that, and it's just a really cool character all around. Next character is Diana from Team Nests. Diana is one of protectors of Kula, and I just really like her design a lot. There's nothing really to it. I just really want her back in the game, and she hasn't been in the games for a long time, other than making occurrences in 2002 UM and outros and stuff like that. Next character is a really unique character, and it's Ducking. Ducking originates from Fatal Fury, and what he does is he's another dancer. Ducking has a super in which he does breakdancing, and it launches people into the air, and as he's doing that, he's still dancing. It just looks like a really cool move, and I feel like he would be a really cool cinematic character. The next one is Duolon from King of Fighters 13 again, or the Ash trilogy, you could say. Duolon is a person that is uniquely identified for his use of smoke, and how he uses it is really cool because it's like a lingering projectile in which you can do combos with it. And I just really like his design as well, and just a really cool looking character. As well as from that series, we have Elizabeth from King of Fighters 2002 and Ash trilogy, pretty much. Elizabeth is a fencer type of character, and she is one of my favorite looking moves in the game, in which you can carry people across the screen with an underhand swoop, and it's just a really fun move. And yeah, that's what made me put her in the list, and I just really like that playstyle. Next up is another fencer type of character, and that is Foxy. Foxy is part of Nest, as like Diana and Kula, and she is a fencer which has a really long startup, but has does a lot of poking and stuff like that. One of her moves, she throws out like a pin in which it stuns the character and you can do whatever you want off of it, and it's just a really cool move. Next up is Heavy D from the American team, again, like Bryan Battler. Heavy D is primarily a brawler, which does a lot of rapid hitting moves and also has known for drill punching and being almost a really brutal character. Next up is Hinako, which is a really small girl, but she's known for her fighting style, which is sumo. In a way, she's kind of like if E Honda was a girl and does walking forward type of moves. And is just a really cool looking character and design for the game. Next up is Kasumi, which is almost like Geese's little sister in a way, in which she has a lot of parries and she can throw people into the air, and it's just an amazing looking character, an amazing feeling character to play once you actually get those counters down. And also she has like a lot of launching moves that which you can do into specials, and yeah, it's just a really cool character that feels like almost like a Shamsho character in King of Fighters. Next is Lucky Glauber, probably one of the most highly anticipated characters for me, since he's just a really cool character overall. He's a mix of breakdancing, which I like, as you've seen in Chris, and also a projectile, a really unique projectile with the basketball, going for like shots in the middle of his moves, which is just cool because they hit almost like overhead and like unpredictable. It's just really cool because he has a lot of bounce moves, and just I feel like he is great for representation in the game because there's not many people of color in this game, to be honest. The next up is Nameless. Nameless is a King of Fighters 2002 UM character, and I would put K99 to have like the interactions between K99 and Angel, but Nameless is a better character, I feel, because he has a lot of cool moves, and he also probably would bring people in from Boku no Hero or My Hero, because he kind of has that aesthetic to him of like one of the main characters, and also how the way he moves and having a lot of multi-hits and being a unique type of character that could also be like a boss character. Next up is also a boss character, which is Rugal. I haven't seen him played in such a long time, surprisingly, because he's one of the main people of the game, which he runs tournaments and stuff like that, but I know that I think he's dead in the series, but he's just a really cool character in general, and he's really ruthless and has aerial combos, and I feel like this is a perfect character to introduce into the game because there's not many aerial combos where people can jump up in the air and do damage the way he does. Next up is Seth. Seth is another type of brutal character, but he's just a really cool design, and I think he would fit really well into the next game, since he has a lot of like sliding under moves and just general like cool looking damage moves. Shen, I feel, is another great character that would benefit from 3D, having really cool supers, having a lot of fire introduced in the way he like backhands people. It would be so fucking cool, honestly. I feel like more people need to be introduced to him. Next up is one of my favorite grapplers of all time, to be honest, is Shermie. Shermie has a lot of flipping type of moves in which she grabs the person, twirls around with them, and I feel she's just one of the coolest looking characters. I really love Team Orochi a lot, and I just really want her in the game, honestly. Next up is Takuma, who is competitively known as one of the better characters in the game. He has a lot of carrying type of moves, and he has a lot of touch of death and a really good character in general for damage, and he just has a lot of hard-hitting moves that are very effective. Last up is another person from Team Orochi, and it's Yamshiro. Yamshiro is just a really cool, almost lanky-legged man who kicks and punches and shit. It's just a really cool character in general. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I know there might be a little bit of discrepancy in male characters, but I just feel like there's a lot of female characters already in the games in King of Fighters 14 in general, but I feel like adding some of the more male characters, or just the cooler male characters like Lucky Glauber and Shen, but also having some new characters like Shermie and Foxy again would be really cool. Personally, I really want to have Bryan Battler, Lucky Glauber, and Shen into the game a lot, because they are some of the coolest looking characters to see and fight. But also I really want to see Chris, Shermie, and Foxy and Kasumi a lot, because they also have really cool fighting styles. So thank you for watching my video, and I hope you continue watching later. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. It means a lot to me.
Inside this place is warm, outside it starts to bomb, coming down.